today on 2+U Nevada.
So many different benefits. Increased endurance, flexibility, mobility, core strength, balance.
Diana DiNucci-Mar is back talking about Pure Barre and the many benefits. Why Google just named Pure Barre the #1 fitness studio in Reno.
Another big issue that we interfere with is using chemical as a restraint. So,
using chemicals as a restraint? Are you talking drugs?
Yes, psychotropic medication.
When you're looking for a care home for your loved ones, some very serious issues for you to be on the lookout for. We sit down with a local care homeowner to discuss industry secrets. Plus,
No one can claim they fix or cure anything. What we can do and what we claim is we put your body into its optimal healing zone.
biohacking your wellness. The state-of-the-art technology that's bringing natural health to you. You're watching 2+U Nevada. It's home.
Put everything back in your house the way you like it.
With community and family. And this really is a family affair. It's local food.
I got garlic in mine, capers.
It's health and wellness. Plus,
We
you,
don't have these, and we could be using them.
with plenty of entertainment. 2+U Nevada, brought to you by 911 Restoration. Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. Welcome to Friday. For many, this is a 3-day weekend. It'll be a great weekend for hiking, skiing, whatever you do outside. But if you want to do something inside, why not check out the Discovery Museum's new exhibit, Brickmasters Studio? We'll have more on that later in the show. We'll also talk about your kids' safety with smartphones. And you heard me talk about it. We've dedicated the landline to our kids. Evan Moon takes a deeper look at that trend coming up. Don't go anywhere. Thank you for joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. I am so excited to have Diana DiNucci-Mar back with us this afternoon, of course, of Pure Barre. Diana, you're the co-owner and a teacher. You guys have 3 locations in the region, South Meadows, Northwest Reno, and in Sparks. And I can speak from experience. This is a tough workout.
It is, yeah. You actually came to the South Meadows studio not that long ago.
And kicked my butt. I was feeling it for 3 days. No joke. Like, I think my tush is still in pain when anyway, no, but really and truly, this is a beautiful, gentle resistance workout for folks. This combines what? Pilates and ballet and what else?
And restorative yoga.
And restorative yoga. What I love about this is we are talking about really working out and gaining health, but in a way that helps all bodies.
Correct. And all fitness levels.
All fitness levels. So let's talk about the benefits of working out at a Pure Barre.
Oh my goodness, so many different benefits. Increased endurance, flexibility, mobility, core strength, balance, and then the core strength is actually vital because that's our core, right, of everything. And if we have a weak core, then we're more prone to injury, falling, and when you have a strong core, then you actually know how to fall, and yes. You also won't you won't get injured as easily with everyday activity. Pure Barre develops the stabilizing muscles in addition to all the rest of the muscles that we have in our body.
And you're talking with those stabilizing muscles like around the knees, hips, etc., right?
Exactly.
And you even were sharing with me that you have lumbar osteoporosis.
Yeah.
And this type of workout is so good because it helps with bone density and it also helps with balance. Let's discuss that.
So yes, I have lumbar osteoporosis, which is, in my spine, and it affects my lower back. And scientific studies have shown that let's say, higher repetition, long periods of time with lower weights has the best bone density. You definitely do increase your bone density with heavier weights and a lot of other different weight-bearing exercises. But when you do it for long periods of time with lower weights, it increases your bone density even more.
And I've been open, Diana, about how working out with you in one class I felt for 3 days, but it doesn't take very many classes to see the results.
Correct. You will feel the difference and see the difference in your body in as little as 12 classes.
So if people are doing 3 classes a week, you're going to see those results in a month.
Yes, correct.
A workout like this really is mindful of body positioning. I can speak from experience when just that one day when I went down to South Meadows, how you are so concerned about body placement. And we're going to have, yes, and form. And we have some of your teachers here to show us this form and to kind of help us understand what Pure Barre does. Even without a ballet bar, you have phenomenal workouts without a ballet bar. So we're going to turn things over now to Liz Lyles, right?
Yes.
What is Liz going to show us?
So Liz she's in a ballet wide second, but she has a ball in between her hands. So if she sinks her seat down and she tucks her hips, see how her back flattened, then she's protecting her back and she's exercising her core and her pelvic floor. In this position right here, she's working her inner and outer thighs, her core, and if she's pressing that ball, she's using more of her core and her obliques and her arms. So if she squeezes and pulses down her hips, see how she's doing that?
Yes.
Pulse. It's a full body workout, right?
And the way that she tucked her booty under, for lack of better terms, really helps engage that pelvic floor.
Correct. Because she's actually in that tucked position throughout the whole exercise segment. So for almost 50 minutes, because there's some stretching, of course, in between. But she's holding that tucked position for a long period of time, almost, really.
Yeah.
In short periods.
We saw Liz walk out. We're going to change models now and get Sawyer in her position. And what is Sawyer going to be showing us?
Sawyer, she's also a teacher at all 3 of our locations. She's holding light weights and a resistance tube. Her feet are hip width distance apart, parallel, soft bend in the knees to protect the knees. And then when she tucks her hips, see, she's protecting her lower back, exercising her core and her pelvic floor. The low weights, weight-bearing exercises for a long period of time. And when she curls, and then she has that resistance band, she's using arms and back and shoulders. And if she is on her tippy toes, then she's working her calves.
Oh, I remember that.
So full body workout there. And if she has her heels together, toes apart, and then up on low heels, gluing those heels together to protect her knees. She's working more of her core, right, because she's balancing, and she's working her calves, as well as the rest of the body parts that we just mentioned.
Well, Diana, I'm so excited to say that Google just ranked Pure Barre as the #1 fitness studio in Reno. And so it's just such an honor, right, for you to receive that.
It is.
And I have friends who, both husband and wife teams, who have worked out at Pure Barre, and the husbands gain just as much of a benefit. And I don't want to be remiss and make this seem like Pure Barre is only a female-driven workout, because a lot of men are experiencing gains in Pure Barre.
Absolutely. Actually, professional football players around the country use Pure Barre. Golfers use Pure Barre. We've covered that actually last time you had us on your show, and thank you for having us back.
I love it. Thank you for coming back. Between now and January 31st, let's say, you have a special going on. Let's talk about your special.
Yes. So the special is $99, unlimited membership for all 3 studios. As you mentioned, South Reno, North Reno, and Sparks. And it goes up on February 1st.
Awesome. Diana, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. are watching 2 Plus U Nevada, and I am so excited to have Nutri Yokdang joining us again this afternoon. We call her Joy because she's so joyous. Joy, thank you so much for joining us. And I should remind folks at home, you are with South Meadows Residential Care Home. And I just love how you advocate for our seniors who are in residential care. And you're bringing to light some topics that are really important that we as family members who care for our loved ones and are looking for residential care homes or have people in residential care homes, some things that we need to really be mindful of.
That's right.
And one of those issues you're telling me, what is polypharmacy?
The polypharmacy is the process that when the multi-medication are prescribing to treat someone, it's commonly used in senior. They have many multi-chronic conditions. So there are many drugs piling up.
And so there are many drugs, and the concern is that some of these drugs aren't interacting correctly. Is that right? Because there are different people prescribing them to our senior?
So what happened is that yes, there are drug and drug interaction as well. That is the main concern. And so, and as with side effects, and what is that compromise? Kidney, liver. So what we do is this is required by the state as well, is to make them review, not make them review, sorry. I mean, that's submitting all of the medication list that they receive over-counter medication, supplement, and all of the medication for the provider to review the medication to see are there any interaction, the question that have to be asked.
So that's your responsibility as
Yes.
the residential care home,
Right.
to create an entire list.
Yes.
And that one list goes to one person, the primary care provider.
Not only one person, they're seeing multiple, that all of them should be reviewed. All of those specialty need to be reviewed. Are there many medication treating for this one symptoms?
Got it.
So
Okay.
that is the big issue.
That is a big issue, but there's another issue too. And I actually saw this with my grandma, and that was dehydration. And many seniors find themselves getting dehydrated. They don't want to drink because they don't want to tinkle themselves.
Yes, you are definitely right. And that is the big problem with senior. It's worse problem with senior that have dementia. Why is that? Because they are no longer recognized to eat and drink. So at the care provider, what do? We have to really go out there and encouraging them to drink. Do the senior have a cup of water next to them? Because dehydration, it type of suffer, Sarah.
Yes,
That suffer.
they'll suffer from dehydration. And like you said, someone with dementia, like they don't feel thirst.
They don't
And they
feel-
forget to eat. And
forget
so
to eat.
you are monitoring that.
Yes, and then that what is the complication, what the impact of dehydration, it cardiovascular, that the big impact. And so, and another impact is neurological impact. What is that? DC, the decline in function, right? And so that is a big impact, and someone could decline from that significantly. The worst part is cardiac arrest. Because
From
why?
dehydration?
Yes, of course, because there are imbalance of electrolyte, potassium,
okay.
sodium. Potassium is stay intracellularly inside the cell. Sodium is stay extracellular outside of the cell. So those imbalance that could cause many complications. So at the care facility, that's what we need to do.
Okay. And Joy, we're getting close on time, but you have another deep concern that, family members need to be concerned about and at least mindful of in residential homes. What is that?
So another big issue that we interfere with is using chemical as a restraint. So
When you say using chemicals as a restraint, are you talking drugs?
yes, psychotropic medication that they are using to Okay, with like last time we're talking about the resident wander, or they anxious with, let's go back senior with dementia again. What do they feel? Lonely, sad, depressed, anxious. What do they do? Walk around, right, Sarah? So at the care facility, what do we need to do here? Number one, we redirect them. Redirect if they are wandering. What do we do? Getting them to do something else, create puzzle, activity, then sing.
Yep.
And
So we don't want to control them by having them just sit in a particular chair being over medicated. We want to allow them to walk around and enjoy, like you have a beautiful backyard, right? So let them walk around, but then like you said, redirect them and get them involved in a different activity.
right, that's very important. And the senior that depressed as well, depressed or anxious, you comfort them, hugging them,
Yep.
using dogs like this picture in the back here that we are having a very successful case. Our resident was so anxious and afraid and fear. So what do we do? I have a small 2 dog in the past. They're helping out a lot. When the senior see them, it's comforting them. They feel love. And us as a caregiver too, very important point. We need to comfort them. Don't let them feel lonely. Because what the senior lost, Sarah, they lost entire house. They lost their beautiful home.
Yep.
They depend on us to care for them.
Well, Nutri, I just thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, and thank you for bringing up these very important topics. You have a beautiful care home. We've got your website up on the screen right now. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you. Sarah.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I am at Nature Inspired Therapies with my dear friend Jennifer Baker, the owner. And Jen, I have to say, I have actually been a client here, and I love this location. I love what you do. If you are according to biohackers around the world, you are the most robust biohacking location in the United States.
Well, that's what I've been told for a few of them, which is exciting, but I actually prefer not to use the word biohacking. I think it's a negative connotation. I'm really big on it is biotech wellness. Our wellness facility is biotech, so it's all natural. Everything we have is leading edge technology from all over the world. I do have stuff from 5 different countries, and I brought it into town to help people naturally heal. Whatever we do is a controlled damage from the equipment. Just like working out, you control the damage to your body, and your body promotes wellness from within, from your boosting your immune system.
And don't be modest here, because you have traveled to some of the, big name places in Southern California, Orange County, East Coast, and your equipment here is newer. It is the top of the line. And we're talking about equipment that can help people release lymph edema, right?
Well, I'm careful not to use any conditions.
Okay.
What we do is we put the body into its optimal healing zone so that it starts healing whatever needs to be healed, or at least puts your body into better parasympathetic state so that it can heal itself better. So people have said, hey, do you fix this? Can you help with that? And I get stuff from cancer, Lyme, mold, parasites, neuropathy, brain cognition, you name it. I get all kinds of things. And mental clarity, it's a big one. Fatigue, those are things that people throw out, and I go, no one can claim they fix or cure anything. What we can do and what we claim is we put your body into its optimal healing zone. For any condition, I don't care which one it is, we can help.
I love that. And thank you for that. Thank you for that. I went through cryo on the face, on the tummy. And I love your red light bed. You've seen those commercials with the lady sitting down and she has the red light mask on. Well, Jen has the entire bed.
Yeah. And they say it's medical grade, which is awesome. So it's everything in here is frequency, light, sound, vibration, as you call it for frequencies, healing. So everything in here uses the power of Mother Nature and God, whatever you want to call it, and puts it into a piece of equipment. So we're basically fighting fire with equipment and technology. So it took equipment and technology to kind of mess up our ability to connect to Mother Earth and use the nutrients and the wellness that it's given. So we've now used that through the technology to do the same thing, to bring the wellness from Mother Nature and God into our bodies and heal.
We're so lucky we have one of your clients here who's going to let us know how Nature-Inspired Therapies has helped him.
When I first met Jennifer, I came from a 7-day stay in the hospital. And I met Jennifer probably 2 weeks before that, and I thought I'd give her a call, see what we could do. And the first thing that, when I first came in here, what I found is her confidence and her enthusiasm and the way she goes, don't worry about it, we're going to take care of this, just gave me hope for the first time, because I didn't really know what was going on, but she kind of did. And so I went with that, and we've been working ever since. We got through the first issue, and then we've had some other issues after that with knee replacements and whatnot, but we tackle them with all the confidence that she's got. And the stay in the hospital, I'd never been in the hospital before, so it was kind of a unique experience. And they have their limitation. I'm not knocking hospitals, are very important. When you come to Jennifer, she got that much freedom to really do whatever she needs to do to make you feel better. And she's got the equipment here to do it. And she got the knowledge as well. So it all works out. For a guy like me who's been an athlete pretty much my whole life, wants to get through the issues of, you don't have to be sick to come in here. You can actually work for peak performance, which is what we're doing now with the blood tests and the rest of it. So anybody that wants to get better and feel better should come here.
Such a great testimonial from Steve. And you even have people who travel from around the world stay in Reno to come here for a long duration of time.
I do, and it's in partnership with other doctors in the community. So it's not just for my location. We have many doctors that refer us, their patients, our guests, to come in. And yeah, we've had several different countries and many states across our country. They travel and they stay here some have been here for a week to, at this point, 9 months so far, which is crazy. And we're with them every day.
That's just fantastic. What are some of your favorite machines here?
I have a favorite for everything.
Oh,
that
okay.
makes sense. I didn't realize I was a gadget girl as much as I was, but years ago I was every kitchen gadget. Today I'm every wellness gadget. So my favorites, I think, to say that I have something that can help almost anyone to detox stuff out of your system that needs to get detoxed. Lymphatics you mentioned earlier. A lot of the, they call it chronic fatigue and things like that. That's where we have tools that help detox stuff out of your body. One of them is very well known and we've kept it a secret, but it's the Hucket. The Hucket is an amazing tool. In 30 minutes, it does 10 different healing modalities. And you feel like you're just in a warm, beautiful experience. When you come out of it, you're detoxing for a couple of days. And so that's really nice to be able to offer something that's that leading edge. I've been told, again, in the communities that it is the #1 wellness piece of equipment available in the market. So
Jennifer,
so we bought 2.
Oh. Fantastic. Yeah. And for anyone who's interested in a membership here or coming to learn about Nature-Inspired Therapies, where do they go?
They can go to our website, natureinspiredtherapies.com. We also are in a couple of features in magazines and writing. They can read any of our blogs, any of our articles. But natureinspiredtherapies.com is our best website to check out. You can call us 775-440-1001. Made it easy. And they can always just stop by and make an appointment. We do not take drop-ins. We are too busy for that. And we are white glove wellness. So every person that's in here, we schedule people to work with them. So we're very hands-on, and the interruptions of walk-ins would not be fair to our guests that are in here. So
They can join us in a membership. They can go online and scheduling a time that's convenient.
Jennifer Baker, thank you. You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. So excited to have Patrick Turner here this afternoon. He is the Chief Advancement Officer of the Discovery. Patrick, so excited to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
It's so nice seeing you again.
Thanks.
It's been just a week or two, maybe a minute, but we're very excited because there is a new exhibit at the Discovery.
That's right. Coming December 6th, we will open Brickmasters Studio.
So Brickmasters, that sounds Lego-ish.
Oh, you're right. Legos.
That's amazing for kids of all ages, because these bricks, these Legos, whatever you want to call them, people of all ages are getting into Legos or are revisiting their love for Legos.
Universal appeal. Young kids, adults, everything in between. Lego seems to have just like everybody loves them.
Absolutely. So let's talk about what people will see at the Discovery.
So this exhibition features the artwork of Sean Kenny. Sean is a brick artist who builds with Lego, but his sculptures are massive. Like, these are really big sculptures, and the exhibition explores his work through hands-on build stations, through examples of his sculptures. It takes you through the design and build process that he uses for his artwork.
That is so cool. And, you know, it's amazing how these 3D pieces of art through these Lego bricks really just come to life.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing detail that he creates with the little tiny bricks that you see in the store when you go shopping. The sculptures are incredible, and the ability to kind of learn from his design process and then try and mimic his work in the exhibition, I think is going to have amazing appeal for people.
Is there a hands-on location as well for families?
Oh, absolutely. All the way through. Yeah,
okay,
all the way.
So talk us through that.
Yeah, so when you enter the exhibition, it's as if you're entering Sean's studio. So he greets you in a video, tells you about his process, and then you basically walk through the process that he goes through to build these sculptures, and you get to participate along the way. You get to see examples of sculptures that are partially built, some that are completely finished, and you get to mimic his work using actual Lego bricks.
You know, I already know, like, my kids, we're going to be there quite often. How long does this particular exhibit last? This isn't just a one and done.
Right.
This is a while.
Yeah, we'll have it through the 8th of May, 2026. So it's a good 3.5 month, almost 4 month run. So, and it's definitely one of those that you're going to want to come back several times. It's a really large exhibition that'll be in 2 big spaces in our building. So you're not going to be able to see it once and experience the entire thing. You're going to want to come back several times.
This is so cool. And then obviously we love the Discovery. We love all that the Discovery offers for families in our community. So just remind folks who maybe are new to the community and have yet to discover this amazing gem, aside from this exhibit, what are some other really good places and like the clouds, they're not going anywhere.
True.
You know, the river, that's not going anywhere. What are some real key pieces that people can come back to time and time again?
So if you're not familiar with the Discovery, we're a hands-on science museum. That's probably the easiest way to describe it. We have 67,000 square feet of exhibitions focused on energy, the human body, the work of Da Vinci. There's a lot of different things to do in our building. We have key programs like our camp program that runs whenever school is out of session. We do a lot of hands-on programming on the weekends that's usually connected to whatever featured exhibition we're hosting. So be on the lookout for Lego-related programming throughout the run of this exhibition. And then you mentioned the Cloud Climber. That's our 3-story tall climbing structure that's in the center of the museum. It towers over Truckee Connects, which is a working model of the Truckee River. The two of them together are a highly interactive model of the water cycle in our region, and it's a lot of fun.
So let's talk nuts and bolts or bricks. If somebody wants to go for a one-off and bring their family, how much are tickets? And then really and truly, we've got to talk membership.
Sure. Daily admission is $11 to $16, depending on your age. We have a program where After 4 p.m. every Wednesday, admission is $5 per person, and we stay open until 8 p.m. So if you're looking for a low-cost sort of first visit, come visit us on a Wednesday evening. Memberships start at $85 a year and go up to $185, but that includes discounts on pretty much everything we do, including what we sell in the museum store, birthday parties, camps, all of those things. And you can visit the museum as many times as you want. So come 365 days a year if you want to with your membership, and you will definitely get your money's worth.
And with that too, the membership option also gives you entry into partner locations and partner museums across the country. So when I learned about that, you can create vacations because you have a membership to the Discovery. So it's just an amazing advantage for families.
That is a big perk with membership, being able to go see other science museums around the country.
Well, Patrick, I have a feeling I'm going to be seeing a lot more of you in
that's
the
just
very
fine.
near future. I know. This is going to be so good for our community.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us this
Thanks
afternoon.
for having me.
You're watching 2+ U Nevada. You are watching 2+ U Nevada, and this afternoon I am so excited to have these guests joining us, Brandy Vesco and Dr. Natalie Lumen. They're the co-leaders of a new organization in town called Wait Until 8th, along with a third woman, Larissa Viner. And this really and truly is a phenomenal campaign or strategy, if you will, that you're trying to get parents to sign a pledge to wait until the end of 8th grade for their kids to get smartphones. So, Brandy, talk to me how you even first heard about Wait Until 8th.
Right. So I was actually an education reporter for quite some time. And during that time, I came across study after study about the mental health risks of youth using smartphone. And I also came across Wait Until 8th, which this is a national grassroots parent-led movement to help prevent our children from using smartphones during these really vulnerable developmental years. And now I have an 8-year-old daughter. She's in 3rd grade. And at the beginning of the year, she was actually asking me, when can I get a smartphone? Because several of her 8-year-old friends already have them. And so I knew I needed to act. So I had come across Wait Until 8th, looked it up, and saw there's not really a huge presence here in Nevada. So I connected with Larissa and Dr. Lumen, Natalie here, and we decided to start one.
And Dr. Lumen, especially in the medical field, and you're an internist here in town, you've seen the research and you're seeing all the publications of what has happened in the past decades of children being exposed to smartphones too young. And I want to be specific, this is smartphones that we're talking about.
Yes, it's smartphones because they have the extensive apps and internet access that's often unlimited. So that's where the true danger is for our children. And they've done numerous studies, as you mentioned, in the US and internationally that have been looking at things and seeing a dramatic rise in depression, anxiety, low self-esteem, and even self-harm. This started as early as 2007, and that correlates when the smartphone was actually introduced. And then they saw a further spike in 2011 when the forward-facing camera was introduced. So selfies and more of a focus on appearance and social comparison. 2012, it continued to rise, which is where apps and social media became much more widespread. There has also been a formally issued statement from the Surgeon General in 2023 that further outlined these risks that include just how widespread the use is. Up to 95% of teens are using social media, and over a third of them report being on it almost all the time. So it's not just a little bit here and there, it's become extremely widespread. The second main point is just the profound mental health risks. They've seen a dramatic association with depression, anxiety, low sleep, low attention, increased self-harm. And it's really alarming, being a mom as well. You read some of these numbers, intuitively, you get a sense for some of these things changing, but when you read the numbers, it's really quite concerning.
It absolutely is. And all of our kids are around the same age, right? Around that 6 to 8 range? And you have a 12-year-old, right?
I have a 4 and a 7-year-old.
A 4 and a 7-year-old. Okay, forgive me. But we're already seeing, as you said, Brandy, we're already seeing the cell phone discussion occurring at such a young age. And so what is this wait until 8th movement? Do we as parents sign a pledge? Do we tell other parents about this? You know, what are we going to be seeing about wait until 8th? Because you just started this, what, in November? So it's a brand new organization in town. What can we as parents do to get awareness out there for other families?
Right. Well, the first step is go to waituntil8th.org, click Take the Pledge. Then you enter your child's school name, school zip code, and grade level. From there, you'll receive a confirmation email followed by a group email once at least 9 other families from your child's same grade and school have taken the pledge as well. This makes it so much easier to delay the smartphone because you know you're not alone and that other families at your child's own school are choosing to do the same. And it's important to know that this is for smartphones only, that families can still stay connected using basic phones or smartwatches with limited features. So for parents who are worried about emergencies or may need to reach their child at any given time, you can use these basic devices for calls and texts without exposing your child to the risks.
Like the smartphones or the cell phones that we started off with.
Exactly.
Right? Like the flip
These
phone
are not
or the brick.
addictive. Yeah.
And I think, along those lines, signing the pledge technically isn't active until there are 10 families who sign within your grade, within your school. So you aren't really connected until you get, a significant percentage of people to join. And, I think there's some component of, I don't want to, ruffle feathers or, create a statement. But if we have people stepping up and signing the pledge, you'll know the other families who are making the same commitments that you are. And it's just really important for a safe space for our kids.
Well, I just thank you both so much for what you are doing. Anybody who watches this show knows that I've already talked about saying landlines for our kids, and we texted that out to our children's group of friends saying, hey, this is what we're choosing to do. But the mental health of our kids and their future is of utmost importance.
Absolutely.
Ladies, where do people go again?
Waituntil8th.org is the national place where you can take the pledge. And if you want more information about what we're doing locally, we'd love to have people champion this cause at their child's own school. You can go to Wait Until 8th Reno Sparks on Instagram or Facebook.
Yes, please connect with us. We would love to be in touch.
All right. Thank you so much. You're watching 2+ Nevada. It's an old idea with a new purpose. As parents look for ways to help their kids unplug from screens and social media, some, including Dave and me, are plugging back into a familiar sound, a ringing landline. Evan Moon has the story of a retro-revival making a comeback in family homes.
Before FaceTime or text messages, the ring coming from the kitchen or living room was a simpler lifeline for social connection.
Kevin, I'm on the phone.
But over the last decade, landline phones have quietly disappeared, with more than 75% of U.S. adults strictly wireless as of 2023. Now, as parents dial back on screen time, they're plugging back into this old idea.
We hear a lot about how social media or just the addiction to screens have an adverse effect. There are some good things still from the past that we can still use today.
A group of parents in Astoria, New York banded together to bring back the phone most have hung up for good.
It's kind of a joke. Wouldn't it be great if all the kids could, get a telephone and just call each other like we did?
First, the kids needed an introduction to this ancient relic.
The phone started ringing, and then the kids were like, what is that?
And it came with a learning curve.
They hung up. It's hilarious because we just assumed that he knew how to use a phone, and clearly he didn't. He didn't know how to put the receiver on his mouth, dialing a phone, memorizing phone numbers.
Sharon Pacalor says her son is gaining valuable skills like phone etiquette, speaking clearly, and intentional listening.
646.
There's certain skills and things that we learned, I think, growing up that we're in danger of losing.
The kids in the neighborhood are all on board, excited to pick up that cord.
What's your favorite part about having that phone in the kitchen?
I get to talk to my friends a lot.
with some sound advice.
I don't think we should have a cell phone because I don't want my brain to rot.
And one thing technology hasn't changed. These guys like to talk about sports.
We hike the ball to somebody? No, it's not the Rangers, it's the Sirens.
Giving parents a little nostalgia with a lot fewer notifications.
Okay, bye.
Evan Moon, CBS News, New York. Something else to consider? I just read a CNET article yesterday talking about the Verizon outage and why the Verizon outage this week shows Americans still need a landline in 2026. Just something to consider. Stay with us. We'll be right back.